Guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So today we're going to take a look actually at two items, but the main key item here is the Outlaw Effects Widowmaker Distortion pedal, aka heavy metal pedal. And this thing can really scream. I picked this up at Music City. It's $49.95 in tax, really good price. I really like the Outlaw Effects pedals. They got some really unique pedals, great sounding pedals, at very affordable prices. Pretty much anybody can afford the Outlaw Effects stuff, you know. I've also had what's called a metal stick distortion pedal. It's on my YouTube channel. Look up metal stick distortion pedal, you'll find it. And that's one from another company. But this is pretty much the identical sound from what I was listening to on my own channel. And anyway, so we're going to use my Chord X2 guitar. It's got dual humbuckers in it. I'm just going to play on the bridge pickup. You know, we're going to keep the video down in time-wise. But I'll go through a little bit of the settings with you, with what it's got, and see what you think of it. So I'm running through two Fender Mustang V2 amps, Mustang 1 V2 amps, through my Yamaha mixer, and I've turned off my effects on the mixer, so I just have clean channel here. It's dead solid clean. Alright, and the Widowmaker is connected in with all my other pedals, but none of them are active right now, and we'll just zoom out for you for a second. And none of these other pedals are active at the moment. Alright, and we're just going to concentrate just on the Widowmaker pedal. Now, I've got the dial here. I'm going to set it. It's at 12. The level is about 12, and the tone control is, I'd probably say that's around 10 o'clock, roughly, on the dial. And I've got it in the middle position here. Yep, it's in the middle. So let's turn this on. Okay, so let's dial that down to 0. Drive to it. Put her at 9. And let's take her up around 3. So let's bring that back to 12 and go all the way to the bottom. Not really the best for doing the bluesy stuff with on that setting, but good. Okay, let's bring that to 0. Just a little extra crunch there. 9 o'clock. let's turn that tone right off. And middle position tone off. Let's turn the tone at 12. Shabby. Okay, now the top position. This is the screamer side that I personally don't like and didn't like on the other one either. Let's turn the tone off. O'clock. 0. And 3 o'clock. Okay guys, so that's the main demo of the Widowmaker pedal. And like I said, I got this one at Music City in North Bay, so if you're in North Bay area, go check out Music City. They've got quite a number of the Outlaw effects pedals, and they always get more in all the time, you know, so if they sell out, you know, no worries. And they can even order you in the specific one you want. And right now I've got, of course, the Widowmaker, which is my newest one. I've got the quick draw delay, the Vigilante chorus, lock, stock, and barrel, which is a distortion overdrive pedal, 5 o'clock fuzz, which is real fuzzy stuff, and then of course the Boilermaker, sorry. And as a new addition to the clan, I also have now the Outlaw effects case, which is pretty darn cool. I like it. Holds 5 pedals. Comes with a power supply, and the case is pre-wired for your 5 micro pedals. And then you don't necessarily have to put in Outlaw effects pedals. There's a lot of clone pedals out on the market from other companies that are the same exact size for micro pedals, and you can put them in there, or the Outlaws. It's up to you. So it's not an Outlaw specific case, you know, but hey, you know, and there's enough headroom on the lid there that you can jam the power supply in there and put all your, you know, at least a 10-foot cable for sure. I haven't tried a 25-footer. I don't think there's that much room, but I know there is enough room for a 10-foot cable, the power supply, and whatnot. And I could even throw my wireless gear in there, because my wireless units are small enough. And just take that, and my amp, and my guitar, and away I go. I got a fully loaded case. Of course, I do have more pedals than just these. But I am going to be getting another one of these cases from Music City as well. Now this case was $89, or $89.95 plus tax, and I think it's worth it too. I was looking at them in China as well, and by the time I get it here, paid the shipping, you know, and I'm waiting like, you know, a month or 2 months in the mail. It's like I'm only saving like $5 or $8 by going to China for the same case. I'm going to go to my local music store, and I'm going to support Music City. And so I'll probably end up with a few more of these cases, because there's a lot of third-party micro pedals that I also want, and that means more cases. More pedals, more cases. And the lid does come off, so you can, you know, stack them side by side or in a row, however you want to do it, right? So you don't have to leave the lid on the case. It's a hinge system where it just slides off, and away you go. So, which is kind of cool. And then throw your other junk in the lid if you want. But I thought I'd show you the case too. Now my opinion on the Widowmaker, it is a very nice pedal. I really do like it. I like the tones that it generates. It's very good, very, clean too. It's not dirty by any means. And what I don't like about it is that high gain area. When you flick the toggle switch all the way to the top, really not happy with that part. But I don't know too many people who really are. Unless you like blowing your high end hearing out. It's a little bit way too much treble, if you know what I mean. And to me, it just doesn't sound right. That's something that I think Outlaw could have improved in the future. Maybe come out with a Widowmaker 2 that isn't such a ear-piercing type of level on the top end. But the middle position and the bottom position, very good. Tone control is very responsive. Level control as well, very good for your outputs. And the pedal does mix with other pedals actually pretty good. And so I do want to take a minute for that with you guys, just to show you some of the stuff you can do and why a Boilermaker pedal is very handy to have and a must-have in the collection as well. So let's kick on some distortion here. Now, even though my main amps are up at 7, my mixer is only about maybe 3.5, and so this is the output we're getting. And remember, I'm running through 2 Fender Mustang 1V2 amps, so I'm in stereo too, which is nice. So, let's kick on that Boilermaker. 5 o'clock fuzz added in. So you can have a little bit of fun and get some pretty interesting tones. But that Boilermaker, it's definitely a must-have in the collection. Now my output on my Boilermaker is, where's my level at? About 1 o'clock. So that's a lot of extra, push that it puts through, eh? And then I can cut it back a bit too with the compressor and, that sort of stuff. We can add in some delay here too, just the Widowmaker and the delay. Let's add the Boilermaker on that. Anyways, guys, sorry if I blew your eardrums out there. I should have put a warning. Turn your volume down. Anyways, had some spots anyway. It's got a thumbs up in my book. Even though I don't like the top feature of the Widowmaker, I'm going to give this pedal a 3 3/4 out of 5. You know, and to me, I mean, I really do think that high end is just way too much. So, I mean, that is, to me, a bad point about the pedal. It's not just a preference thing. You know, it's the fact that I have talked to other people in the past, even with the medley stick, and that high end is just way too piercing. So even, I think it was EX that made that pedal, or EX or ECX that made that pedal. Anyways, long time. But even they need to redesign that particular area of over gaining the trebles, and it's terrible. But the rest of the pedal is great, so I do still recommend it regardless. And if you are the type that likes that high gain, high pitch, squealing, blow your eardrums out stuff, by all means, you've definitely got a awesome pedal in that case for yourself. You know, but you can tone things down a bit. You got to get the right combinations of stuff going on. And the Boilermaker also helps you increase some bass as well as the treble. You can back out the treble more. Plus you can back out the treble on the pedal, and you might be able to do it that way, which is fine. But you know, then whatever you do on one, if you switch to the other position, you got to readjust for that. So you got to kind of like, you know, choose your settings for your song is what it turns out to be. So make sure you write down all your settings for each song that you want to play with or without a, you know, boost pedal and so on and all that jazz. But otherwise, it is a great pedal. Do recommend it. Check it out and see what you think yourself. I played this pedal actually through a Marshall tube amp and with my Telecaster. And I was really impressed even with the Telecaster. It did a pretty good job. My Tele seems to be a guitar that does a lot of really cool stuff even compared to the Strat. But you know, my favorite guitar is always a dual humbucker guitar, especially for metal type music. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and hey, we'll catch you on the next one, eh?